it's Dad. Welcome to Driving with Dad. Get in the passenger seat. Today I want to talk about Desert Storm. So when I was in Desert Storm, I was a young lad of 19. I volunteered to go over because they didn't have enough people in my MOS, my job specialty, so they were desperate, right? Taking volunteers, all this. I was 19 years old. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go, you know? And I turned 20 when I was over there. I spent 8 months. Tour at that time was 6 months. I spent 8 months over there. Anyways, everywhere you went, they would have ammonia capsules, aka smelling salts, but ammonia capsules because people were passing out from the heat, dehydration, whatever the case is. So they had these ammonia capsules taped like near doorways, pretty much every building you went into, everywhere. And me and my buddy, we were both, I mean, you were children, right? And so I came up with this great plan. And we had these civilian drivers, third world nationals from all over the world coming there because they can make really good money in their profession in Saudi Arabia. Now, this was 91, I think, 1991. And I worked with a bunch of these different guys. And, you know, there's Sri Lankan, there's people from the Philippines, Egypt. So stuff like this, right? And you learned how to use body language, a lot of body language, because we didn't have just a translator. We didn't have Google Translate back then, yeah? so we just learned how to use body language to get our point across, to what we're trying to say. Or we would have translators here and there, actual people, translators. Anyways, this one day, we're sitting there, the transportation guys, they had like this really nice little setup. They had a TV, a VCR, so they had movies. And me and my partner Bobby would go over there and we'd hang out with those guys and watch some movies and just BS with those guys whenever we had downtime. And so it was one day, I don't know, I guess I just had this idea in my head and I could see it all play out. And again, I'm a child and I don't condone this. It was a prank. Fairly harmless prank, but still prank, and people got mad. But anyways, I'm sitting there watching this movie. Bobby's sitting next to me. We're kind of sitting on a table up against the wall. And there's a driver sitting in one of the chairs across from us. And he's Egyptian. And I know this because I had met him before. And kind of knew a little bit about his background, but he didn't speak English. This is just what we gathered, right? Anyways, so I see the ammonia capsule taped next to the door behind me. So I take it, I grab it, and I go, I make a big show of it, right? And I'm trying to get the Egyptian guy's attention. I look at Bobby. I go like this to Bobby, like, and Bobby knows right away because we worked there for so long. He knows right away what I'm up to, so he takes it from me. Yeah, whoo! Makes a big show of it. Now, if you don't know anything about ammonia capsules, they're these little glass capsules. They have an ammonia, product in there. I don't know the exact mixture, and it's in this little netting, like, sleeve. It's like a little sleeve that's netted. It's a glass capsule inside that sleeve. So when you pop it, you crush it, that's when it emits the smell that if you're knocked out, it's going to wake you up. So this is not popped, obviously, right? I'm just smelling it. The smell itself is so strong. It's going to clear your nasal passages for 5 weeks. Anyways, me and Bobby are going back and forth. I'm ignoring the Egyptian driver, though I know I got his attention now. So finally, I take a whiff and I go, and he's like, yeah, like he just starts nodding. He wants to smell it. So I pop it and I hand it to him, and he takes a big old whiff. Man, and I'm not trying to be racist. If you've never been cussed out in Egyptian, you haven't lived, man. he was cussing me out. I don't know what the F he was saying. And the thing was me and Bobby, we're dying, man. We're rolling on the floor. We're just cracking up. This guy had free shots. He could have beat the snot out of both of us right then and there had he wanted to, and we've been defenseless. We were laughing so hard. But he runs out the door, throws the thing at me, runs out the door, and we're just dying. And you know, I mean, it was a mean prank. It was, because sniffing that hard on an ammonia capsule would have hurt. And like I said, it would have cleared his sinuses for the next month or so. But anyways, it was just one of those funny things. I had this plan, I saw it in my head, and it worked out beautifully. He fell for it. Bobby was in on it. I mean, not from the beginning. Like, he knew right away what I was up to. And those are just some of those things in life that happen where it's like, wow, like, you know, I saw it in my mind. Let's see if we can make it play out without anybody realizing what's going on. And it played out nicely. To be fair, I did make amends. I think I bought the guy, I bought him lunch for sure. Alcohol was illegal in Saudi Arabia at the time. I don't know what it is like now, but it should still be illegal because it's supposed to be against the Muslim religion. But I made amends. The guy obviously didn't kill me. I'm still here, and you know, his version of the story is probably way different than mine. Anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with Dad. Now get out.